All right. So let's get these knocked out so we get back to farming. Close it in on almost 1,000 crystals, and to be honest, I'm kind of tired of seeing the glacial plains right now, so I'm trying to get that done as fast as possible to move on to a different scenery. There's only a couple of places in the game that I personally I hate, farming over and over again. There's only a couple of them. But what do we got left? Everything, so just those two. Do we have a summon? No, we do. Wednesday, these roll over. All right. But yeah, the Glacial Plains is kind of one of them, but that's just me in general. I tend to not like desert levels in games, and I tend to not like too much snowy stuff. I can like those kind of places. It depends on how well you kind of, as a developer or designer, kind of make it visually or whatnot. But overall, my general thing is, if I don't have to be in those places for too long, I'm not normally there. So like I said, once the Glacial Plains is done, it'll be nice to actually go and see some green, because I think I'm going to go to, what is that? It's Glacial Plains, and then I wanted to say, is it Slumbering City or is it Skyfalls? Maybe Slumbering City was more or less, I think, the light Super Evolution Stones. I can't think of it off the top of my head at the moment. And then I just know I don't like Star Sanctuary just because of how it looks cool, but it's like this level is just kind of like, I don't know, the colors. It's too dark for me. Kind of goes with the Aurora Plateau a little bit. The Aurora Plateau is a little bit better just because of it has a little bit more light, and the little map designs have more light into it, so it looks a little bit. But after a while, kind of has the same effect on me. Alright, that's done. We'll go ahead and grab the gold dungeon before I forget today. That's the other thing, too. Because I know I made mention about it a couple dailies back, but another thing I'll mention about Super Evolution farming and why I like doing it so much myself, is because it's all interconnected. That the people, the guys who made the design for how Super Evolution would work, actually I think did a fantastic job, because a lot of things you'll notice in other mobile games, for instance, nothing's tied together. Everything has to be its own little thing, and that's unfortunately the design that it comes down to, because they the business side of this, outweighs the gaming side of it. So they want to waste as much time from you as possible to drive the sense so that they can just sell you the packages. And Monster Super League is no different. I mean, that's why there's literally a package to buy 10 Super Evolution Stones for an outrageous price, in my opinion. So, it's that there's a term for it that we use, but yeah, but the idea for me is this one works well because it doesn't, even though you go different places, you're always collecting evolution materials for somewhere else. So like I'd mentioned, like I said, a couple dailies back, about how I'd go on normal mode to farm just normal supplies for Super Evolution Stones. And of course you don't want to do that, right? The 100% efficient way is just to always farm extreme no matter what, because you can always be leveling something. You can always be getting evolution materials from 3 different types, or get 2 different types. Oh, we do have the free entry into the Tower of Chaos. I guess I'm going to do that here after we get done with these. But more to my point of what I was saying, though, and like I mentioned in my comment, too, the reason why you would want to do that anyway, it's a waste of energy to go down to normal, but you're eliminating everything else from the drop pool, so the game doesn't have any choice. But if it gets to a super evolution material to drop, the game doesn't have a choice. It's just like, well, here you go. So that's why you can farm normal mode for those. It's just not it's 100% not efficient. That's why I said don't do it. I just do it because if I'm in a rush because I want to make something. And also, too, I could be low on evolution materials that can drop out of normal mode or higher on there. But as I said in there, there's no better chance. You don't have a better chance. I'm just guaranteeing me to get it because I'm removing it from the pool by running it on normal. And this way I don't get any of the high stuff. But you still want the high evolution stuff anyway. But more back to, that's not what I want. I want story? No, you don't. The point that I am trying to make with all this is, again, if you run, like I said, if I'm running the glacial plains, I'm getting 2 evolution materials. I'm getting a low and a high. Or not a high, a low and a mid. And so I'm getting those too. When you go to somewhere like Aurora Plateau, though, you're not only building evolution materials for a light stone, but you're also gathering dark evolution stone materials. So again, these were all made in the sense that this was thought out in the sense that, everything is connected. So you're doing 2 things at once. And that's another reason why, as much as I give this game, this as a mobile gacha game, as much as I do criticize it for a lot of things, at the same time, there is a lot of merits and there is love, love shown into the design of this game. And I guess we don't have mildew. I was thinking I was going to need something different. And again, you can see that for yourselves on there. The other thing, too, I would only add on to that I wanted to do, I thought about doing like a separate whole video on how I go about and what's the actual best way to farm super evolution materials, but again, it's just sticking to extreme and actually I'm so glad you all went after that one target, yet you could all one shot each one of these. Like, thanks, game. And again, this is a smart AI. I'm getting sidetracked. So, with one of the reasons why I show you guys that I don't capture anything, I don't capture the rares anymore, is something that you might have noticed is when you're out farming for super evolution materials, if you encounter a rare and don't catch it, now you always catch the variants. The variants give you super evolution materials, and we might as well just finish this while I finish my thought here. The rares at Evolution 3, instead of dropping their book, they will drop high material for one of the areas that you are farming. So one of the reasons why I don't farm the what is it? I think it's the it says the boss level. I do not farm any of the bosses for any materials at all because it's a waste of energy, in my opinion. If you're out there farming, you'll just kill the rare and you will get the high material of one of the stones. And it's very easy to figure out which one is going to give you which material when you select it. And it's because the area that you are farming the high material at, those are the rares that'll give it, that'll drop it. I'll show it here off at the end, but let's finish out and get the, well, that's a complete freebie. I'll take this one. But yeah, I'll show you what I mean on there. But I have never farmed the boss level for any high evolution materials because A, it's just a waste of energy, and B, you can guarantee yourself getting the high material off of killing the rares of a certain area. All right, that wasn't the result I was looking for. Let's probably try and stun you. Yeah, of course you resisted. Of course you resisted. Well, now we'll roll the dice and see what happens. We got attack down and stun. I'm not... that... Well, no, we're still in the clear. I still want you down. Let's see if we can one-shot you. Oh, man, they have gems on you. All right, never mind. Victoria resisted, which was nice. We got resisted on every little thing. Well, nice. Very nice. Sap you, and let's keep this one going. You know what? I think you're dead, so we'll just auto it. Boom. There we go. Yeah, let's just go right back to the airship. All right, so let's grab these gems really quick. And let me just show this really quickly. So once again, on here, I am farming here. I'm almost up to 1,000. Again, my target goal here is 1,350. That's how many I need to get this all the way up. But let's look at this dark superstone for an example, right? So this is your high. You only need this for each one of these superstones, right? So on here, the reason why I have so many of these isn't because I've been farming the boss. I've literally been just defeating the rare Astromon that aren't variants that come up. And this gives you guaranteed this Chaos Shard. And this tells you exactly where you can get any of these from. So the rares in Skyfalls, the rares in the Slumbering City, the rares in the Glacial Plains, and the rares in the Aurora Plateau all drop this stuff guaranteed on Extreme. Because again, this says this can be dropped for the last boss. Don't waste your energy doing this. 100% just, again, you don't get any gems for catching the rares. And unless you're trying to do the, you want to do the Rebirth Festival, you know, you don't need to do this. And besides, if you guys follow my Capture Festival advice video anyway, you're going to be swimming in 3-star regulars, you know, Evolution 1 guys anyway, to be able to use for that. So, again, this is where you can, if you're focusing like I am on just farming this stuff, just kill the rares in these areas. And again, none of these ones overlap, you'll notice. So Aria Lake, the Mirage Ruins, and then these two I don't care about, right? These two places, if you kill, this would be Saren in the Aria Lake. This would be Blossom in Mirage Ruins. And again, this is on Extreme, so these are going to be Evolution 3. They guarantee drop you these ethereal gemstones. That's why I have a bunch of this stuff saved up, especially these water stones, because look where this one is. If I farm on the Seabed Caves or the Pagos Coast on Extreme, I'm killing Mona, who is Evolution 3. She drops a guaranteed Abyssal Tier every time. So again, if you're looking for an easy way to get these super evolution, these high materials, don't sweat it. You will get it as long as you're out there farming these extreme stages for your mid-grade materials. And like I was saying before, everything's connected. So notice here, this is on Glacial Plains on all 3 difficulties. Well, right now, I'm out there farming for these, right? These crystal shards, and they're only on the Glacial Plains. Well, guess what? I'm not only getting these mid-crystal shards, I'm also getting these ice crystals right here, right? So I'm building up two materials at the same time because I can't control how those drop, right? So once again, the very efficient way is 100% to go out here on Extreme and be doing it that way. So anyway, dailies are done. My advice out there is done. So happy hunting, guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's dailies.